Welcome to our weekly discussion of all things current in California politics. I'm Walt Gray. Joining us this week, reporter Emily Hoeven, a political expert for CalMatters.org. Emily, nice to see you as always. One of the new phrases we're hearing now is supply chain issues. The ports up and down the coast of California, especially Los Angeles, San Francisco, they're backlogged. How do we get that stuff off and into stores?
That is the question of the week. And we had President Joe Biden announce that he is going to help accelerate 24/7 operations at the ports of Long Beach and LA, which together account for a whopping 40% of containers that are shipped into the country. I think one of the main problems that we're coming up against, though, is are there going to be enough workers to actually staff these 24/7 shifts? As it stands, the ports are really behind on truckers and warehouse workers that are needed to get these containers off the ships into the docks onto shelves. And so unless people are going to start snapping up those jobs, I think we're going to see those backlogs continue to persist.
There's a court order for vaccines that's requiring prison guards to get them, but students and other state workers. It's confusing. Where is the governor standing on all this?
Yeah, so a lot of people this week were kind of calling out the governor for perceived hypocrisy because he filed a motion to basically appeal a recent federal court order that would require all prison guards and prison employees to get vaccinated. Even though he had already said, I'm going to order, students to get vaccinated once the vaccine receives full FDA approval. And so people were saying, well, if you're going to require it for kids, why aren't you going to require it for prison guards? And observers were pointing out that the Prison Guards Union had donated nearly $2 million to the effort to keep Governor Newsom in office. And so some people are calling it a bit of a double standard. And then to further complicate things, in a separate order, a judge actually blocked the governor's order requiring prison guards who work in prison healthcare settings to get vaccinated. So it's really all over the place right now, but it will be interesting to see how all of that plays out.
Okay, staying with the vaccine theme, are people who want to get testing in this state, are they able to get access to that, or is that a problem?
So the testing, people are trying to ramp that back up, obviously, with the Delta variant and different things that are going on. And then a new problem, well, it's actually an old problem, but it kind of has reemerged again. The state had built this, $1.7 billion COVID testing lab to accelerate testing. Many school districts have contracted with it because they have requirements in place that kids and staff need to be tested. However, the state's own inspectors found that the lab had significant deficiencies, and it was supposed to release a report in March outlining what those problems were and how they were going to fix them. Obviously, it's now October. The report has yet to be released. And so many people are wondering if the results at the lab are actually accurate or if they're coming too slowly to be accurate results. And so there's a lot of increasing pressure on the governor's administration to release this report.
Wow, we do live in interesting times. All right, CalMatters is a nonpartisan, thank you, Emily, nonpartisan news organization explaining California policies and politics. Find their work at calmatters.org. You can also sign up for Emily's newsletter there.